Coach, what do you think about the team performance tonight?
Felt it could have been better. We're a ways away from where we need to beat a team like that. I felt like they perhaps played a more organized game, and I think it probably can be whittled down to just 1v1 battles. I think as the game went on, we might have lost a little bit of confidence, and as a result, I think we lost more 1v1 battles that need to be won if we hope to win.
Structure, higher than structure execution.
Yeah, it might be a little bit of the structure. We've got to go back to what we've been sharing and trying to work on and see if we can refine some things. I mean, that's probably been our main goal over the last couple of weeks, to try to improve that defensive structure a little bit. We've got some work to do on it.
Is it a priority maybe to have that sort of patience, understanding that there are going to be some growing pains in this process?
Yeah, I think so. It's we've got a team that wants to win very badly, and it's a very skilled team. I think we don't have the luxury of having had a lot of players that have played together, at least at this level or close to this level. So we're and a coach that's kind of coming in that hasn't had the luxury of playing with a lot of the players either. So we're all still trying to learn what makes each other tick. And again, it's part of the refinement process. So we're 3 games in. We're down one game under 500, and we've got a ways to go. So can't lose hope. We're going to keep plugging away, and we'll get there.
Looking at the positives from the game, obviously, Jessie scored her first goal and then Ella scored again. So kind of, what are your thoughts just on those goals and how it looked from a scoring perspective for the team?
Well, we've got 2 players that both scored in I think in the 3 games now. So, we've got a strong offensive team, um, and we know that we're going to get goals. It's just a matter of maintaining our confidence when things aren't going that well, tightening up the defensive side of the game. Because when you're exposed a little bit defensively, then I think you tend to lose momentum and you tend to lose confidence, and then that offensive talent, it's more difficult to kind of bring it out. But I mean, both goals were great goals. We just would have liked to have scored a few more of those. That would be really nice.
You're taking too many penalties, especially when it's already a special team situation.
Yeah, I think that might be a little bit of the discipline. We've got to be more disciplined for sure, but it's probably a little bit of that confidence and just frustration, and things aren't going your way, and so you tend to get pulled way from your own game. Maybe there's a little bit of that going on. I think we were very fortunate in the earlier stages in Utica, and we didn't take a lot of penalties. So we've got to see if we can generate a little bit more offense and tighten up the defense and get some pucks in the net. Then I think we'll find that all parts of the game.
It sounds like also some of what you're talking about is chemistry, and it seems like it's a different schedule than a lot of these athletes are used to. Are there things as a coaching staff that you are doing now in the early part of the season, maybe to try and accelerate some of that team building chemistry to get the lines going where you want them to be?
Yeah, as a coaching staff, maybe we can do a little bit more. That's a really good question, Erica. It's a mature group, and we have done some activities, I think, that will benefit. Obviously, we'll be some, but it's a mature group, and they've gotten together a couple of times on their own, and they're doing what they need to do to help build those bonds off the ice, anyway, to get to know each other a little bit better. And that's something, I think that's a big part of the battle. Is when you can come together off the ice, and you build those relationships away from the game first, and then oftentimes those will help reap the benefits when we're on the ice. And you're right, we probably can do a little bit more work in that area.
Didn't look like Packer played a ton, but any thoughts on her coming back?
Yeah, I think she's obviously she's a great player and she's a great leader. So despite the fact that she didn't have a lot of ice time, she's still doing what she can do on the bench to push her teammates to try and be better. I think that her injury set her back a little bit, so we're waiting for her tempo to get up a little bit. And so she got a few more shifts, I think, this game than she got last game. So we're going to keep building on that and see where she can get to.
And Micah, any updates on her?
Mike is very close. We're very excited with her progress. She's I think, from what I've heard, in the next week or 2 weeks, she can be back in practice, full gear, and taking part in a little bit more battle. We're looking forward to maybe 2 to 3 weeks, getting her into some games, and maybe using her, just decreasing the volume a little bit, but and easing her into it. But yeah, we're very close, and I think she's going to be fantastic when we have the opportunity to get her.
Also sounds like Claire Thompson is a little bit more of a logistical situation. Any updates there?
I wish I could give you all the details. I know Pascal's been working very hard with the league and the other elements that are working against bringing her in. I'm not the least of which she's in school and she's going to be a doctor, so that that's a big load. So again, she's another player that we would love to have a little bit more regularly, but we've got to figure that out.
How long do you think it took you to gel as a team and different on the same page?
I wish there was some kind of recipe book out there that could say specifically, we're going to put it on 450 and it's going to take 45 minutes to cook, but it isn't. I mean, the reality is we're all individuals. We're all different people. There's different things that make each of us move in the direction that we need to figure out how to move as a group. And so it's all we can do is look at the next step in front of us, and hope that if we put enough of those steps together, then the things will happen for us.
Coach, obviously not the result you were looking for, but your first game here in New York as a New York team. What was your overall experience playing here at UBS in front of a New York crowd?
Well, it was fantastic. First of all, it's a beautiful facility. We had a little skate this morning. It was like we just had to look around a few times and pinch ourselves because it really is a beautiful facility. The ice is fast. The fans were great. We could hear them behind us, and giving us everything they could give us, giving the refs a rough time when they thought maybe we didn't deserve a few calls, and we need that. We need a little bit of that support, I think, as well. And so it was a great. The ambiance was thick. It was a lot of fun playing here, despite the result.
So playing here on Long Island, what is your game day schedule like? Is it more like a road game?
It is, yeah. So that's one thing that Pascal, our GM, has done a really good job of is lobbying the league to ensure that they understand that it's a little bit of further distance for us to travel to play a home game. So we got set up in a hotel the day before. So we traveled after our practice yesterday. And we got in. We were able to, as a result, we were able to get into our beds in a decent hour. Got up, had a little bit of a pregame skate, so we could check out the environment. And I felt like that really helped.
Do you foresee a future maybe where playing at UBS Arena is more of the norm of this team rather than quarterback season?
I think so. I'm very optimistic that this whole thing is going to grow, not just for New York, but for everybody. I mean, the attendance that we've seen at the games, again, I don't think this is very rare that a women's hockey coach would have, I don't know, what have we got, 10, 12 media around us. It's very, very rare. You guys may not be familiar with that, but so it's just exciting what's being generated here. I think the fans could see, and I hope that you can all see how strong these players are, how gifted and how hard they work, and not for a lot of money. They're pro hockey players, but they're not getting rich by any stretch. They're doing this because they love the game and they want to do it for a living. And so I think the foundation is there. I think the league is doing some great things that's going to help us build that foundation, continue to solidify it so that we can complete the pyramid.
Are you up to scouting opponents yet, or are you just solely focused on what your team is doing?
A little bit of both. Yeah, we're doing a little bit of both. I mean, we have to focus on ourselves primarily, but then we also have to be in touch with what we're going to be playing against too. So I would say maybe it's about 75-25 right now. Um, and it's our job as coaches to take as many notes as we can and give them a little bit of information, our team a little bit of information that they can use.
And what do you think? What is the norm? 75 points.
Oh, well, I think probably, well, to be quite honest, I think what I've learned over the years and what my past teams have helped me learn is that they would like us to focus more on them and what the things that they're doing well and they're having success and the things they need to improve. So maybe it'll be more like 70-30.
It did seem though that you had a scout for the team on Chuli. Do you feel that you were able to execute the spots that you wanted to try and expose against her?
I thought Montreal did a really good job of taking away our opportunity. I think they played a very strong defensive game and didn't give us a lot of space in the scoring areas. We can do some better things to hopefully help create those spaces, but they took it away from us as a result. I don't think that we were able to get the quality of shots against her that we would have liked. But she's a good goalie as well. So you've got to have a great opportunity to score against good goalies, and all the goalies in our league are strong.
Thanks, Coach.